everyone, welcome back to MEDevice Insider Live. We're here at MEDevice Boston 2025. I'm here with Mark Langley, CEO and co-founder of DeTech. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate the interview.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to this one. We're talking about cryogenic preservation. I think I nailed that, actually. I'm pumped. Not that it's that difficult, but it certainly sounds technical. Right away when we started talking, something that stood out to me was, of course, protecting embryos. This is truly near and dear to our hearts. These are our lives. These are the future of our families. But that's only a portion of it. Yeah. But let's talk about cryogenic preservation, and let's talk about, really the big problem that the markets and the industries face today with the current solutions and technologies that are available.
Right. So my background's laboratory service. So I've been around the industry installing alarm systems and servicing cryogenic systems. And what happened in 2018, there were two separate tank failures in two different parts of the country. And one of the clinics got sued out of existence because when the liquid nitrogen tank failed, they didn't have adequate protection on the tank. And every single biological family that had biologicals in their tanks lost all hope to have a family. And it was sad. Two separate individual tanks in two different locations.
It's devastating.
Devastating.
I can't even imagine, especially, it's already such a trying time for these families in every aspect, right? And then they have to go through that experience after paying and spending all that money and time and effort and that struggle. I mean, heartbreaking. So I guess let's talk about, more on the current standard of care, right? Yep. Why did that happen? What do those technologies look like, and where did they fall short? Okay,
so currently right now the industry is putting temperature sensors inside the lid of the tank. And a temperature sensor is good, but it's not good enough because theoretically what could happen, and our tests have shown it, that when the liquid nitrogen evaporates and it gets down to the bottom, the top of the tank could literally be colder than the bottom of the tank. The top becomes a frozen ice cube cork type of thing. So it gives you a false sense of security. And if you don't have an alarm system that can detect the actual liquid level in the tank, which our technology does, what we did is we developed a load cell base that we can put on any size tank. And the load cell base actually can determine the exact volume of liquid nitrogen. Doesn't matter whose tank it is, but we can detect the moment that tank fails, which is the earliest possible detection of tank failure. So temperature sensors are falling short. We are protecting the actual tank and can detect the moment that that temperature starts to drift.
So you can detect then the weight of that liquid nitrogen, right? Yeah. So that's how you're determining the levels based on weight. Precisely. You were also talking about, which was wild to me, but the whole, if the tank tips over,
yes,
or if something's even, maybe something's left on top of the tank, like a cell phone,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Or something like that to throw off the weight. Tell us how your technology, helps kind of prevent
That's a good
errors
question.
and challenges, from occurring.
The weight-based telemetry is obviously dependent upon the weight of the tank. So if somebody were to take something as light as a cell phone and place it on the tank, it throws off the refill alert. So our system will say unauthorized weight, remove it. We've tried to think of everything. When it comes to tilt, not so much for stationary tanks, but IVF and other biotech companies need to ship cryogenic samples from point A to point B. So our technology is built to be able to go into a dry shipper. It's called a dry shipper, and we can we monitor the tank's vacuum integrity and the internal temperature, and if that tank tips past 45 degrees, our system data logs all of it. Mm-hmm. The interesting thing about this is our system will data log the data without communication to the gateways. So as soon as it gets from point A to point B, it automatically takes that data and uploads it like nothing ever happened. Customer can look at it, hey, you tilted our tank, why did it tilt? Things like that. So it's really important to track cold chain from point A to point B.
So all of this information, all of this data is then, going to a system, to a software that you've developed that tracks everything.
We've developed the cloud solution for this. What's really interesting is many people don't know that in this industry, all these tanks need to be validated at least once a year. So they're paying a lot of money to have somebody taken off the floor, dedicated to pulling tanks and validating tanks, and they do it with a dipstick, believe it or not, a Teflon dipstick, and they look at the frost line, calculate what the evaporation rate is. Our technology does it at the gram level, so now when you install our system on your tank, that job's solved. Every reading gives you a validation of what that evaporation rate is. It's a huge savings for our client.
Wow, you're like also eliminating that user error, you know? I mean, I think that's like so important and valuable because us as humans, we love to make mistakes, you know? And so if you can help us prevent making those mistakes, it sounds like there's just so much potential and opportunity for the technology that you've developed and that you've brought to market. Is this something that's available today that hospitals and other
research
facilities?
We're focusing on IVF because if we can protect human life, we can protect anything. And one of our my clients was Yale University, and the head embryologist there had realized that this was a major problem after 2018. She says, Mark, like, what is out there? And that's how we came up with the concept. We took all sensors out of the tank, which are costly to replace, by the way. They're like $300-400 a pop.
Wow.
Not to mention the labor to go and recalibrate it and reinstall it. So we've eliminated all that.
Sure.
But you bring up a good point. If somebody's going to screw something up, they can do it. So we've tried to build our thing idiot-proof, like the unauthorized weight, right? If somebody puts something on it, hey, you want to know that the weight's there.
Absolutely. Where can folks learn more?
Absolutely. So you can go to DeTechUS.com and check out our website. And within a couple of weeks, we'll have an AI agent that can actually answer any question you want about our product.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
You and your software and just everything that you've developed, the technology is fascinating. Congratulations on everything. And, you know, we're wishing you the very best. How can folks maybe get in touch with you?
So they can email me at m.langley@DeTechUS.com. That's LANGLEY. DETECHUS.com, or they can contact me by calling our office. So we have contact information on the website.
Perfect. Easy enough. Well, hey, Mark, thank you so much for taking the time and joining us, and good luck with the rest of the show.
Thank you very much, Kyle.